Hey guys, Jack here, and I'm here to explain Marvel Now to you guys that probably don't understand it if you're watching this. Now, I was away for comics for a couple of years, and when DC decided to revamp with the New 52, I thought it was perfect time to get back into comics for DC. For Marvel, not so much, so this might help me, might screw you up, or you might just love it. So I'm going to break down 10 things I know so far about Marvel Now, and I've looked all over the internet for facts about this, and these are probably the 10 biggest things I found. So, one thing I know about Marvel Now is that the covers are going to be cinematic. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, what does that mean? Covers being cinematic. Cinematic means like a movie. Well, Marvel decided that now they're going to make their comic book covers look like a movie poster. Well, Marvel has been having success with their movies lately, so they probably figure why not? I mean, it kind of looks cool, but I prefer the old-fashioned 1970s Marvel cover layout. They said they're doing this because it gives the cover artist more room to draw a cover, I guess. But they're taking the basics of it and just throwing those out and doing it their own way. And here's the cover for Uncanny Avengers #1, and the logos for Uncanny Avengers isn't on top, it's on the sides. So maybe we'll see more of that, or maybe not. Maybe it's just this issue, but I really am not a fan. Another thing I know about Marvel Now is that some books won't mostly be affected. Now, unlike the New 52 for DC, Marvel Now won't turn over the entire line of the universe. As a matter of fact, it looks like only a few series will be essentially unaffected. X Factor is going to be one of those. Axel Alonso told in an interview. And he also told that Mark Waid's Daredevil won't be touched, but he also said there's a handful of other books, so I guess we'll just have to wait to see what other books won't be affected by this. Now, this is going to be good news for some of you and bad news for the others, but there's going to be a lot of Avengers books, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. You're going to have Uncanny Avengers, which starts in October. You're going to have Avengers, which is going to be bi-weekly. You're going to have the New Avengers, which is getting relaunched. Avengers Assemble and Secret Avengers are also being continued. And no one knows the status of Avengers Academy yet, but Christos Gage says that the series is going to continue beyond the final exam. So that's going to be an upcoming storyline running through August and September. So that's going to be a lot of Avengers books. Right there, you have about 6. So if you're an Avengers fan, this could be good for you because, hey, you love the Avengers, or it could be really bad because you're dishing out like $4 a book. God, that's going to be a lot of money for comics, at least. And another thing we know so far is that Uncanny X-Men, goodbye. There's going to be a lot of Avengers titles, but one X-Men book's going away, and that's Uncanny X-Men. And it was just relaunched last fall, but it's going. Evidently, the all-new X-Men is going to replace Uncanny X-Men in the same way that New Avengers replaced Avengers. But we all know that Avengers and New Avengers ended up coexisting in the same universe. So Marvel Now might do that later on with Uncanny X-Men and All New X-Men. They could coexist in the same universe. But we don't know anything about that yet, so we'll just have to wait and see for this whole thing to go over. Another thing I know is that there are going to be plenty of relaunches on the way. So Avengers, New Avengers, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Fantastic Four are all getting new #1s. So this could be really good if you want to add them to your collection, or it could be really bad if you're sick of buying number ones and restarting your collection over. Another thing we know so far is that some cosmic unknown characters are going to be playing major roles. Now, you can see in this picture, you can see up front Rocky Raccoon. You can also see Nova in some of the other pictures up front. That's pretty cool. Alex, the other guy who runs this channel, loves Nova, so this is great news for him. I like to see Marvel expanding and bringing out different characters that could help shape their future. Now, it's no surprise they would do this with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out in 2014 summer. But I was surprised that Marvel hasn't announced an ongoing Guardians of the Galaxy or Nova series on the way. So maybe Rocket Raccoon and Nova join the Avengers, or maybe they'll end up canceling a book and bringing in one of those to get their own title. Hopefully, because Nova's a pretty good series from what I've read of it, and I haven't read Guardians of the Galaxy, but I hear if it had a good writer, it could be a really good book. Now, we know that the Silver Age X-Men evidently are here to stay, so that's going to be the all-new X-Men. And when I saw this, I was really like, really, Marvel, you're going to make this an ongoing series? Because it's the original X-Men time-traveling to the future day. And I thought it was going to be a mini-series or maybe just an arc. But nope, it's going to be there for a long time. So the old-school X-Men are going to have some tough stuff to deal with, I guess. We also know most of the Avengers lineup. John Hickman's Avengers is said to have 18 or more members, and frankly, we already know a few. I mean, it's with the Avengers having such a good release in theaters, making a ton of money in the box office, it's safe to guess that Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and maybe even Nick Fury are going to be in the Avengers. It's even been said publicly that Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel will be an Avenger. But Entertainment Weekly reported that Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu, will be in the mix. And Comic Book Rumor says that Falcon and Spider-Woman will also be in the title. So there's a couple of Avengers that have returned, but evidently there's going to be a couple characters who've never been Avengers before. Don't forget that Shang-Chi was recently in the Secret Avengers. So right there, that's a good 13 or 14. So it'll be cool to see an Avengers lineup with different characters, new faces. Now that we know the Avengers lineup, we also know maybe all of the Uncanny Avengers lineup. The Uncanny Avengers have only 6 members that we know of now, and that's Captain America, Thor, Scarlet Witch, Wolverine, Rogue, and Havoc. Now the surprising thing is that Havoc is the team leader. So I mean, take that as you want, but you're on a team with Captain America, Thor, and Wolverine, and you choose Havoc as the leader. Oh god. I don't know how that's going to play over. Maybe, hopefully, Captain America takes leadership, because I don't think Havoc's fit to lead a team. And probably the last thing we know about Marvel now is that Iron Man's got some sweet armor. Black, red, and gold. Looks pretty cool, but I prefer the classic red and gold. Also, Hulk appears to be wearing something, and Cyclops has got an all-red uniform. Plus, I think there's 2 Nick Furies on there. Well, that's what I know so far. If you guys know anything, tell me and I'll make an update to this video. But that's basically Marvel Now, what I know so far. Thanks for watching.